to the Teachers Retirement System Board meeting for April 15th, 2021. I want to start by calling the roll. John Adler.
I'm here.
Thomas Brown.
I'm here, Patricia.
Natalie Green Giles.
I'm here.
David Gazansky.
Present.
Russell Buckley.
Here.
Deborah Penny.
Here.
And Susanna Vickers. I think I saw Susanna, but I didn't hear her.
She's on mute.
Susanna, you're on mute.
I did just see her.
Her
I'm
back's
sorry,
on.
I'm having Wi.
All right, I heard her voice, so I'm going to say she's here. All right, so we have a quorum. And so the next item on the agenda is an update on TRS operations, and Kavita Kanwar is going to provide that to us.
Hi, good afternoon. TRS will be expanding on-site services in May. Updates will be announced on our website and social media channels. Earlier this spring, TRS continued to use targeted email campaigns to promote our products and services. We encouraged about 1,500 payees receiving paper checks to switch to electronic payments, and we encouraged nearly 2,000 new members to open a TDA account. Also, preparations are underway to produce the member account statements for the first quarter of 2021. Statements will be available for online viewing around May 7th for over 125,000 members who are currently in service or on leave. Also in May, TDA quarterly statements will be available for viewing for approximately 59,000 retirees with the TDA account, which is around May 4th. And finally, the TDA quarterly statements for our TDA beneficiary participants will be mailed to a population of approximately 1,200 members at the end of April. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. You'll send that to us electronically, Kavita?
Sure, will do.
Thanks, Kavita.
Okay, thanks, Kavita.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is a report from the actuary.
Actually, I'm sorry, very quickly, May 3rd is the date that I know the mayor has said government employees are supposed to come in person. How does that affect TRS? And is there a plan for bringing people back in person?
So we're not a mayoral city agency, but
I
we
know.
are, right. So it doesn't really affect us, but we are returning in May in concert with the mayor's directives to his agency, so that we're also returning in May. We're returning in a cohort fashion, where we're going to have people working in the office and then rotating to working at home, and the people who are working at home will rotate to work in the office until such a time as social distancing and herd immunity is here for us. But we are opening our walk-in center for our members to be able to come back in May. It will be by appointment only, but we are going to have representatives on a daily basis in our walk-in center to see our members.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so the next is the report from the actuary on the April fiscal note.
Thank you, Madam Executive Director, and good afternoon, everybody. There was 3 fiscal notes that were included in this fiscal note report. 2 of them have to do with the early retirement incentive. There's fiscal note number 13 and fiscal note number 19. The one that was the fiscal note number 19 was the fiscal note that was attached to the bill that ended up passing both houses earlier this month. So the numbers are the same. The impact on the contribution, you'll see that for both of them, they're the same. The difference in the underlying bill for fiscal note number 13 and 19 was just tightening up the language of who was eligible, namely which city employees were supposed to be included in the bill. So there are no changes in the numbers itself between the two. So for Part A, it's $25,900 per person in additional contributions. And for Part B, it's $20,800 per person additional. The third fiscal note, which is actually the second on this report, is fiscal note number 17. This was for the resolution that was passed by this board last month. Specifically, it was to prohibit beneficiaries of deceased participants to create a new account in the TDA. And it was deemed to be a de minimis cost, so there is minimal to no impact on the employer contributions per the fiscal note. And I'm happy to address any questions or turn it back over to Patricia.
I'm sorry, Madam Actuary, so you said the fiscal note number 19 was the one that was associated with the, what was it? Perfect, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is the Executive Director's Report. And the first item on that is the next meeting. And it's been suggested that the next regular meeting of the Teachers Retirement Board be held on the third Thursday of the month, May 20th, 2021. So we should just make note of that. The next item on the Executive Director's Report is a resolution for the Qualified Pension Plan Investment Policy Statement, Appendix 5.
Please skip to the resolve.
Resolved, okay, thank you. Resolved that the annexed revised Appendix 5 asset allocation is hereby adopted and incorporated into the Qualified Pension Plan Investment Policy Statement.
Thank you, Patricia. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Kazansky. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Vickers. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that motion carries. Thank you.
The next resolution is the Variable Annuity Program Investment Policy Statement.
Please
Where,
skip to the resolve on that as well.
okay, resolved that the amended investment policy statement for the Variable Annuity Program of the Teachers Retirement System of the City of New York is hereby adopted.
Thank you, Patricia. Do I hear a motion for the Variable Annuity Program Investment Statement?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Said thank you, Ms. Vickers. Quick on the draw today. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
I just want to note on the record that at the request of the actuary and with the chair's approval, TRS removed the actuary's proposed resolution on proposed changes in actuarial assumptions and methods. That was removed from the agenda today.
Thank you, Patricia.
Okay. To get back to the agenda. Oh, next on the agenda is the matter of let me just get back to it. Is the calendar. All right. And so the first item on the calendar is the approval of the following minutes: the March 4th investment meeting minutes and the March 18th board meeting minutes.
Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes for the March 4th and the March 18th meetings?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Kazansky. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Vickers. Whoa. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, any abstentions? Okay, we have passed the minutes.
Okay. Next on the calendar is the items. You will receive an electronic version of the calendar for your review.
Please waive the reading of the calendar.
Thank you. So we have to have a vote.
Okay, and do I have a motion to approve the calendar?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We got you, Susanna. Thank you, Mr. Adler. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, any opposed? Any abstentions? Calendar passes.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, under other business, is TRS's Business Transformation Journey presentation by Susanna Lane and Barbara. Barbara, I'm going to try your last name. Ozarki? How do you pronounce your last name, Barbara? I'm sorry.
Ovcharczyk.
How?
Ovcharczyk.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Barbara and Suzanne are going to give us this presentation. Are you having a problem or?
We're not hearing anything.
We don't hear you. We're not hearing you.
She's on mute.
Very.
We're not able to hear you,
No.
Barbara and Suzanne. We're not able to hear it well.
I don't know why you guys can't hear it. I can hear it on my end.
It's very muffled.
Yeah,
It's
we
muffled. We can't hear it.
hear it.
Can they do it in person instead of by the video?
Yeah.
And Susanna and Barbara should be on camera so everybody can meet them.
I have the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, Suzanne, whenever you're ready. Suzanne? Is Suzanne on?
I don't see her on. All right, maybe we'll do
Okay.
next month.
I have a backup. Give me a second.
I just think it's better we do it next month.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't we do that?
All right, thanks, guys.
We can do that.
All right, so next on the agenda is comments or questions from the public. Not hearing any, I turn it over to the chair.
Okay, yeah, hearing none. All right, then I think we need a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you, Ms. Vickers. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, and I'm just going to ask trustees, attorneys, and technical advisors to remain on as we go into attorney-client session. Thank you. Everyone else can log off.
Have a good weekend, everybody.